So we start class today in a pose of surrender. A pose where very, very fitting to the changing of circumstances, we often have little control over what is happening around us. But this gives us every opportunity to decide what happens to us. And not in a sense of, make sure y'all can hear me. So the importance is not about what's happening around us, but how we interpret what is happening to us. So that perhaps we can see everything happening for us. As if maybe every challenge placed in front of you was not a boulder, but a stepping stone. Three breaths on each side of the body. We're going to walk our hands off to the right. Still in child's pose, right hand over left. There's some things I will not be doing today. My shoulder is in a bit of a locked position due to a sleep injury of all things. Yep, it is possible. You can go to bed well and wake up injured. And when you're complete with those three breaths, walk your hands over to the right. Jim Carrey offers us the quote that we may not only be the audience watching the movie unfold before us, but we are also the projector on the blank canvas or blank screen of life. So you are not only receiving, but also creating your reality. And you are the sum total of all of your choices, regrettable or not, wise or otherwise. Walking back to a neutral position, come on up into tabletop. I am on the GuruPad, but we are all at home, so I'm going to teach standardized yoga cues here. Shoulders over wrist, hips over knees, space between fingers. And then we're going to just slide the left leg back here and bounce into our left calf. So I've gotten a lot of feedback recently, and I want to teach a very slow class in which you truly can focus on your breathing and watch it synchronize with your movements. Now pick up the left foot back and behind us, just the left foot, straighten through the leg, draw the navel in and feel your spine elongate. A little bit more space with each breath, as if the breath is exploring new space. Now kick that left foot out to the side and lower it in line with your right knee. Then walk your left hand over in front of your right hand and slide forward as you fold forward. Much like child's pose, you're bowing down, surrendering the day's events, and still creating a side stretch this time. So let the right arm be supportive and the left arm be the stretch. Now I might be able to do this even better. You might be able to hear me a little bit better now. Walk your hands back to neutral. and then rise up. I'm gonna turn sideways. Lift your torso up, bring your arms up and wide. Feel the shoulder blades come together, a little bit of a heart opener. Drop the elbows and bring the palms in towards the shoulders. Kind of like an Egyptian pharaoh dance. And then inhale, both arms back up and overhead. Interlace the thumbs, pull the elbows wide. We're gonna keep that inhale going. And then exhale, drop the shoulders down, hands come behind the head. Just moving slow, there's so much to explore here. Release the thumbs, interlace the hands. And then drop your right elbow down and push your left elbow up, creating another side stretch. Still some core stabilization. It helps to squeeze the legs together while still keeping the left foot sealed. Inhale, back up and over. Let's release the left arm and reach the right arm overhead. Opposite body side stretch. Inhale, back up. Both arms up. Exhale, hands down. We're going to push the left leg up and back, and then lower the left knee. Exploring the wrist, taking the back edge of the fingers, fingernails to knuckles, to the back of the hand, planting the wrist down. This might feel good or bad depending on how your relationship is to the things you hold on in this life. What are you gripping onto, white knuckling through? Space through the fingers. Now switch it out and turn the fingers towards the knee, but place the palm down so that the soft side of the forearm is facing away. The often not hairy part of the forearm is facing away. Deeper stretch here. I like to rock a little bit. I don't need to move much to feel it in the front of my forearm. If you feel it too much in the wrist, just back off and maybe do some work with just your hands on hands like so. Just if you're having any trouble or pain here. And then we'll come back up into a tabletop. So plant both hands down, flat back, extend the right foot behind us. Now we'll know if we're off balance. We'll know if our hands are too far forward or back or wide based on whether or not we just wobbled and fell or stumbled. Now we're still reaching through the right foot inner edge, pushing through the heel, squeezing the glute and almost hugging the hips together. You'll notice the left hip sometimes gets dumped into. Can you kind of squeeze the left leg towards where the right knee would be, so the right side. All right, now kick the right foot out, lower the right foot in line with your left knee. Left hand stays planted, maybe moves out just a little bit, and then you slide that right hand forward, maybe 2 to 3 handprints in front of your left hand. And then you'll find as you bow forward, keeping your hips over your knees, you'll find a nice side body stretch. If your hips have to come back, I think mine are even a little back, that's okay. But you're laying your left elbow down possibly, and using that left arm like a kickstand, left knee also like a kickstand, and reaching long through your right side body. Well done. Coming on up. This would definitely be a good practice to not have socks on in case you're slipping and sliding. That's why. Pick up the right foot. And, oh, whoops. Keep the right foot down. Let's come on up. Inhale, rise up, both arms up and wide, palms facing up. Ooh. Then bend the elbows, pull the palms in as if you're holding serving platters. Spacing out the fingers, squeezing the shoulder blades together, and now lift the heart a little higher. It's often done with the navel. Inhale, re-extend the arms out wide. Just explore all of this space. Interlace the thumbs, cactus the elbows. And then bring the hands down behind the head again. I'll turn to show. Interlacing the fingers just behind the head. Press the back of the head into both palms. And then flare your elbows as you get taller and taller through your spine. Now tilt to the left, dropping the left elbow, just tilting away from that extended right leg. Keep their elbows flared and the spine reaching. With a full inhale, come up and over. This is a great opportunity. As we pause, you hear the silent space. Your job is to check the breath. Just go back and listen. Can you smooth it out? Can you extend it? Longer, smoother. Inhale, both arms back up. We released the arms last time, but that's okay. Same side body stretch, hands come down. Pick up the right foot, send it to the rear of the room, and then lower the right knee back to tabletop position. Well done. Extend the left leg back again. Oh, the right leg back. Straight back, bounce into the heel of the foot. And exploring movement, slowing it down. There's this slipstream of attention that occurs just one gear below normal operating speed. It still allows things to get done and get done smoothly, but there seems to be no rush to be anywhere else but here. Now, we're going to pick that right foot back up, place it down far, far back, and then use our left knee to move the left knee just behind the left hand and the right ankle, left ankle in front of the right hip. So we're going right into a pigeon pose. So if you're not familiar with poses, I try to make it accessible with all the cues, but anyways, we're here in pigeon pose, and that's left knee just behind left wrist, left ankle in front of right hip. And we're gonna just lower down here to elbows. I often don't like to go past elbows. We like to give this space in this stretch. And if you want to intensify it, you do so with a structured pressing of the pose. Just enjoy this where it is right now. If you want to understand the pressing motion, then you would press your outer knee down into the mat and your back right knee down into the mat. And you'll feel yourself move into more sensation in your outer left hip, possibly the front of your right thigh. 2 more breaths here. Seeing if we can breathe into our hips. Let's do another round of 2. Right after this one. Extend your exhales to 5 counts. I know you're ready to come out. Do so with another inhalation. And then roll off your left hip. I'm going to turn towards the camera, but roll off your left hip backwards. Starting to get a little more advanced here, I guess. But really, this is very simple, natural movements. Find your way basically to your left butt cheek. And then we're going to bend the right knee, bring the right knee in towards the left sole of the foot. So I'm going to get it turned so you guys can see, get it a little bit better. Look here. So the knees are bent at the same angle, but the right knee is just tucked towards the left sole. Now we're going to twist a little bit. If this feels like too much, just come off of it and extend the right leg and do the same things. So from here, we're sitting upright a little bit, and then we're twisting towards the left knee, and then laying our spine directly over our thigh bone. Take another moment to relax. This will get better as you work with your lengthened spine. Roll back up and off of this by kicking that leg straight out and then coming on up. We'll go back to a tabletop position and extend the left leg back behind us. We already bounced out that calf, but again, take an opportunity to sink back into the moment through any confusion or barriers placed by this virtual setting. And now we'll pick up our right knee, bring the right knee towards the right wrist, right ankle in front of left hip, pigeon pose. Same thing, other side. Walk the hands back, lift the heart up, and then here is that pressing action I spoke of. As you lift up, you'll notice you have to engage your hips. You have to push down to the earth in order to lift up. We call it root to rise. Root to rise, much like a plant grows, it must root down a tree. Its roots are more impressive than its limbs and leaves. Blow forward, down, and in. Bringing elbows underneath shoulders. And find your sweet spot. You can let the head go heavy, or again, you can find the activation of the hips to stimulate more sensation in this pose. Cycle approximately 5 breaths. Staying ever present. See where you can move it. See if you can feel it in a different place. Can you notice a temperature change from the inhale to the exhale? Cold to warm. How intimate can you be with your very life essence? Well done, well done. Staying in that same slipstream. Roll up and back. Directly off the pressure of your front right knee. Sit back on your right buttock. And then bring the left knee into the sole of the right foot. Now again, we lift, root to rise through our torso. Twist so that the navel is over the right thigh. And then with a straight spine, begin to lay yourself down and in. I love playing with this one. Certain hip injuries and things like that, I can always find something new about this pose, depending on my approach. Golfers speak about that all the time. Putting is glorified. The longest drive is glorified, but the games are actually won in the approach. Where can you place yourself on the green to have a better chance at putting and finishing? In the Bhagavad Gita, it was also spoken of as Arjuna pulled his bow back. He had a momentary pause before release, a centering, a stillness before action. Come on up. Come on up. And we'll kick this left foot out. It's on the other side. We'll just get there unsmooth like, but we're gonna kick this left foot out. This time, seal the right foot into the inner edge of the left foot. Well, again, we're gonna twist the torso. Make sure you guys are with me. Okay, I just got some feedback. We're gonna twist the torso towards the right knee, so away from the straight leg. Bring both arms up. And again, sitting on something so helps. I would like it to be a blanket. I'm gonna make it just a pillow. That is the one beautiful thing about yoga at home. You can make anything a prop. And they're everywhere. All right, so we're sitting up a little bit, hips tilted slightly forward. This helps us elongate our spine, straighten our back. Another way to say. Take the left arm, slide it backside, alongside the left leg. So again, backside, alongside the left leg. Reach it out and then hug the elbow back in, maybe until it hits your toes or slides up your right toes. So we're locked in here, we're twisting to the right and we're extending the right arm overhead. Right bicep by the ear, reaching long and thorough. Now, if you notice your left side pinching, slide that left elbow up onto the thigh. Make it more about the twist and the lengthening of the spine. And then let the breath do the rest as you release all physical refinements. Inhale, arms back up. Plant that right arm. I'm going to try to do this with my shoulder. Lift onto your right knee. Hips come up to the sky. Left arm is overhead, bicep by the ear, opening the front of the left side body. You also feel some strengthening in your right shoulder and just a general sense of in this pose. Hips come down when ready. I'm just going to sloppily kick this to the other side. Left sole of the foot into the inner edge of the right thigh. Give me a little space there, chair. Man. All right, sole planted to the inner edge of the right leg. Back of the right arm. Backside, alongside the right leg. Slide it out, maybe touch the heel. Feel like, that's kind of cramped. Slide the right elbow back, maybe up the left foot. Twist the navel to the left. Inhale, left arm up. Look up, and then guard your face with your left bicep. And again, if that's still too crunchy in the right side, plant the right elbow on the right thigh. We're going for a little twist with a nice left side body stretch. And then inhale, both arms up, left hand rainbows and plants. Roll onto the top left shin. Create a length in the side body. Right bicep guards the face. Sit your hips back down. Extend both legs. Again, sitting up on something, I'm going to go to somethings. For a block here, not a blanket. So now you can just notice right away. It's so much easier to sit, especially if you have them tight hips. All right, upright spine, little low curve in the low back. Inhale, arms up. Flex your toes towards your nose, but put a slight bend in your knee, and then do even more bend. Now fold forward, bring your chest towards your knees. See if you can almost reach your shoulders over top the knees, and then release the hands. One leg at a time. See about pushing your left heel away, maybe your right heel away. We're not necessarily trying to straighten our legs completely. That can actually do damage to the backs of our knees. We're seeing what's happening as we do these things called asanas or yoga poses. And turn the toes slightly in, bend the knees, lift the heart. Again, you see my knees, I'm not kidding, bend the knees. And then fold forward. And then, one at a time, slide the heels out. Don't neglect any part of your body just to get to this unforeseen destination. This imaginary future moment where we'll be worthy or unalone or good enough. Rise back up. Bend both knees, plant both feet, and cross the legs. Let's roll back over into child's pose. Let's take a quick look. Make sure everybody's still with me. Cool, cool. 31. Child's pose, here we go. Full breaths here. Let's aim for a count of 6 in, a count of 6 out. And with the shoulder, any shoulder injuries out there, just possibly refrain from too much reaching overhead. In fact, it's funny because I actually just sustained this in my right shoulder. And so I'm having some weird things happening there. So sometimes I just leave that arm behind me and the other one goes forward. All right. Come up to a seated position. Or actually, let's lie down on our backs. That's the best way to do this. Let's lie down on our backs. You can just extend all the way forward and find your way to your back. Doesn't matter how you get there. All right, I'm gonna really give you the right cues here so you don't have to look up. So we're gonna imagine that our body is an ocean. Our ocean is a body. Your body is an ocean. And now we're going to breathe in a way that makes every breath feel like a wave. So we'll exhale all the air now, and just imagine that as like the going down out of the tide, the ocean sinking. Inhale fully from the belly, rising the navel as if you're lifting a boat on the water. Middle chest, upper chest. And then exhale, upper chest, middle chest, belly. And I'm not going to give you any amount of time you have to do that in. I simply want you to do that. To breathe into the belly and then up the body. And then release from the upper ocean body back to the belly body. Now see if you can surf that wave with your attention. See if you can inhale and watch the wave bounce from one end to the other. And then rebound back. Breathe into belly, middle chest, upper chest. And exhale that wave from upper back to belly. Maybe inhales and exhales move to 6 or 7 counts. And you will continue to relax your body and trust it. There is hope in your DNA. Because hope is the anthem of a survivor. And our DNA is from a lineage of survivors. So trust the body that can handle this. Inhale, maybe all the way to 8 to 10 counts. Or maybe you're right at 4 and you found a perfect slipstream where you're fully tuned in. My words aren't even landing. I'm just background noise. But equalize your inhales and flawlessly, ceaselessly roll it right back into your exhale. Fluid. Three more breaths, count them through. See if you can really expand your abdomen and middle chest. And then we'll move into box breathing. And it is up to you if you want to do the hold out part. Sometimes it's a little panicky for some. It's very, very beneficial, maybe even better than the hold at the top. But it has to feel good. It has to be free of panic, otherwise it's no good. So you can start with 4, 4, 4, 4, box breathing. Hold in for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold out for 4. Or turn it into a triangle and do in 4, hold 4, out 4. Really tune in, take command of your attention, and I'll lead here in a moment. And wherever you are, begin your exhalation to meet us at the bottom. And now we're going to inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1 or 2 pause on the hold. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Relax the body, trust the body. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Suspend the breath and inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Settle into that breath hold. Let it move into the belly. Begin to release. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold out. 4, 3, 2. Inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let your breath find new place, new space within your body. prepare to exhale. It's the final round. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause with your breath, returning to normal. Ideally, still in through the nose and out through the nose, and using your diaphragm or your abdomen to drive the base of the breath, the foundation. All right, we'll do some things on our back here. Bringing the right knee in towards the face. Extend the left arm overhead. And reach the left leg forward and lift it off the ground. Extend your right arm to the sky. Let's switch the legs. Right leg extended, left knee bent, left leg lifted still. Left arm overhead, right hand to the sky. And now you're going to switch that. You're going to bring your left hand straight up, your right arm goes back. Your right knee comes up, your left leg straight and still hovering. Dead bugs. Inhale, right arm up, left arm overhead, right leg straightens, and the left knee comes up. So once you get the form, you just switch opposite sides, move away from each other, as if they were like opposite poles of a magnet. Same poles of a magnet. Draw the navel in, last two. Switching. This is just a really great, if you never do any other core work, do this. If you want another level up from this, do boat pose. Switch one more time. Did I hear you guys want to do boat pose? Yeah, more core work? You guys want to have an ab party? All right, lower your knees down here. Feet down. Knees out wide, soles of the feet together. Hands can just rest on your navel, or if you're looking for a stretch, place your hands behind your head like you're lounging on the beach. Supta Baddha Konasana. Return to the 3-part breath. Watch how quickly you can change your state. Tony Robbins would teach if you can control your physical state, it will be a precursor to a mental state. So get control of your physical, prime your body, and then you give yourself a chance to prime the mind. Bring both knees in. Then bring the right ankle to the top of the left knee. Interlace. If you want a little bit more here, you can go with compass pose, where you stack your knees, grab for your feet. I'm going to stick with figure 4, right ankle on top of left knee. Interlace your hands behind your left thigh or on top of your left shin. Push your right knee away. Flex your toes towards the kneecaps. 90 degree in the feet, pressing right knee away, left knee in, and now we go to the breath. Bum, 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 bum. Breathe into your hips. If you're not feeling too much here in the outer right hip, you should pull your left knee in and press your right knee away even more. Keep your low back down and sealed. Well done. Release. Left leg long, right knee stays bent. Carry that right knee over to the left side of your body. Extend both arms wide to a T, and then gaze over the right side shoulder. Here's a great opportunity to notice the new landscape of breath. So now there's a twist, there's constriction. How does the breath feel like down there now? If it hurts, you're too deep. Unroll to the other side. Inhale, bring the knees in. left ankle on top of the right knee. Figure 4, or if you stacked for knee pile into compass pose, go ahead and do so now. Pull that left knee towards your right knee towards the face. Press the left knee away. I got a lot of sun today, y'all. I actually happen to be in Florida, so this telehealth thing is working well for me, but I did get a ton of sun out there giving free yoga away. Right knee towards the nose, left knee away, flexing both toes, back to the kneecaps. Low back sealed. In fact, low back should be somewhat relaxed here. Breathe into the hips. And release. Yeah, what's up? No sound? I'm in Punta Gorda, just above Fort Myers. We're gonna have to talk. Release from here. We're going across the body, right leg long. Shift the hips to the left. Bring the right knee over. That's crazy. We were just on Fort Myers Beach. And apparently it is spring break. I had not known that time of year for many years before I dropped out of college. I don't even think I celebrated spring break. Too busy with the wrong things. And your arms can be at a T, or your right hand can be over your left knee. Let's go back to our breath here. Drop it in. The breath that's been with us no matter where we go, where we travel, or where we roam. Even if it's from the heart, that is our home. Our breath goes with us, or we wouldn't be here or there. Bring everything back to center. Plant your feet. We're gonna release the back here. So the best thing I like to do is just to reach down and make sure I can touch the heels of my feet. It can be tough. It can be tough. But try to tickle them, maybe even if you have to shimmy to do it. Now we'll lift the hips. Bridge pose. Shoulder blades traditionally come together. I taught it a little differently a couple weeks ago. We didn't, not everybody liked that. So we're gonna keep our arms down below us, squeezing the shoulder blades together, opening the chest. And keep those knees in line with your hips as if they were magnetized together. Ooh, full breath. Lower the hips. Extend the right leg up to the sky. Take both hands and interlace them behind your right leg. Now press through your right heel. Really pull your toes towards your nose. Really pull. And now press your thigh into your hands, as if you could press out of your hip through your side body. Perfect L. All right, walk one hand at a time up the leg. Curl your forehead towards your knee. Just a little ab stuff. All right, release and switch. Left leg high. Interlace the hands behind the left thigh. Flex the left toes. Down onto the nose. And just from here, press the back of the left thigh into the left hamstring. Yeah, that's not possible. Press your hamstring into your hands. Flex your left toes towards your nose. And press through the left heel. Make sure you stow your belongings before flight. Thank you for choosing to fly with Bass Airways. I feel like a flight attendant or a pilot with this headset on. Bend the left knee, bring it in, ooh, and actually re-extend the left leg, walk your hands up the back of your left leg, bring your forehead towards your knee, and bend the left knee, plant the feet down. Okay, lay back down and long, and again check in. Laying it flat and relaxed. Turn some lights on in here. Just taking a course on lighting, studio lighting. And of course they talked about if you use the sun as a backdrop, you can't control it. That thing will disappear on you. Alright, 4 breaths, same thing. This is the breath you can always go back to. Always coming back to the diaphragmatic, full belly, body breath. I like to call it the big belly Buddha breath because I used to be the guy that tried to walk around as a little kid. It started then, sucking my gut in, pumping my chest. I was skinny, scrawny, trying to look like a man. And all the while I created a dysfunction in which I was breathing vertically and shallow. So not deep and straight up and down, which caused my shoulders to hike up, which caused the stress response, which caused my jaw to clench, which squirts cortisol into the brain, creates stress. So anyways, here we go to relax. Here's our opportunity to undo the dysfunctional patterns and dismantle our trained reactions to circumstance. Instead of overlaying past experience onto future experience by reacting, as Viktor Frankl would say, freedom lies between stimulus and response. So we move into response, wise choice, a principle of Buddha. Wise choice. So now we'll move into a different style of breathing here. We're going to use Viloma. Viloma is a little tricky, so we'll just do it on one of the intakes or outtakes. So we'll pause during this breath, and you'll inhale initially for a count of 3, then for 2, then for 1 before exhaling. And then there's pauses in between, so it's always inhale for 3, pause, inhale for 2, pause, inhale for 1, pause, long exhale. So go ahead and exhale all your breath. This is a great one to still the mind, calm the body. Inhale for 3, pause for 2, 1, inhale 2, pause, and hold for 3. Inhale 1 all the way in, pause 4. Exhale, let it go. Long and smooth, not too much tension. You'll find it. Inhale 3, pause 2. Inhale 2, pause 3. Inhale 1 all the way to the top, pausing for 4. Exhale long. When ready, Inhale 3. Pause 2. Inhale 2. Pause 3. Inhale 1. Pause 4. And when you're ready, exhale long. Inhale 3, 2, 1. Pause 2, 1. Inhale 2, 1. Pause 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1. Pause 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale long, low. When ready, inhale 3, 2, 1. Pause 2, 1. Inhale 3, 2, 1. Pause 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1 all the way, all the way. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Final round. And if you're able to do this on your own, magnificent. This is always going to add up to 5, the inhale and pause. So again, inhale 3, 2, 1. Pause 2, 1. Inhale 3, 2. Pause 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1. Pause 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale long. Gotta do one more so I can make sure I teach it right. Inhale 3, 2, 1. Pause 2, 1. Inhale 2, 1. Pause 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1 to the top. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. And sweet release. Long and smooth. Really well done, y'all. We're gonna hang out here for a minute as we just float. And I'm gonna lay down with you. If there was any tension left in the body, let it be. It will release itself with your kind attention. Just riding the wave. Freedom lies between the stimulus and the response. In the pause between what is happening to you and how you decide what happens through you. final breaths here before moving into slight wiggling of fingers, movement of toes, squeezing the shoulder blades together, extending the arms overhead and the legs long and together like a pencil. Full breath in, kind of yawn it out. Roll to one side or the other. And when you're ready, with quiet eyes, rise to a seated position. With your arms heavy down by your sides, just release a breath. Inhale, send your arms out wide, up and overhead. Pressing the palms together. Exhale, drop your hands to heart center. I appreciate your participation. Thank you so much. Namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, yeah, who was that, Barrett or Mike from Fort Myers? Dude, I had a feeling, man. I had a feeling. Yeah, dude, I'd love to talk. You got my number about Dharma. So totally, hit me up, man, because, yeah, this place has been cool. But we drive from Punta Gorda down to the beach and just had a ball on Fort Myers Beach. A lot of crazy cats down there and some really great people too that we got on the yoga mats. And I advertised a 10-minute hangover cure on one of our signs. It got a lot of attention. And I legitimately was like, I know what the cure, but the breath cure is also a valid cure in case you're not looking to get sober today. But anyways, I'll probably have a YouTube video about it because I feel like I talked about it so much and blew a lot of minds, basically realizing that, alcohol does damage to the cells. Your cells become malnourished. You were breathing shallow all night. That's actually the real so-called hangover effect. And then a great breath work afterwards is the same breath work I teach to deal with cravings, is essentially using oxygen as that nourishment to bring nourishment back to the cells. Oh, looks like, what is it, Carlise, man, did you just came a little late? We started an hour ago. Did you? Oh, okay, perfect. All right, well then I'll let you all get to it. Thank you all for joining. Good to see you. Very cool. Will do, yeah. Very cool. Look forward to getting back to see y'all. I will be, yes. Perfect. All right. Bye, Megan, Mike, Barrett. Adios.